Well, yeah, I mean, it's just a part of the song is that as soon as like the title hits, it's not like there's a build up. It's just like wham, show me that smile again.
Yeah,
It hits you
bang,
right
man.
there.
It's great composer with the Stephen Dorff and the lyricist and John Bettis just went in the Hall of Fame. So just a great song.
Did you ever get any feedback from some of the actors like Alan Thicke or Leonardo DiCaprio about how they liked the song, or Kirk Cameron? Did you ever?
Well, I never met Leonardo, but
Well, because he
Alan
came
and
later, yeah.
and
That's true.
Kurt. Yeah, I met those guys. They expressed their liking the song very much, and it was just really the theme song. There's been a lot of great television theme songs, and this is one of them. It just so fit in with what the TV show was trying to say. Till it was a great mesh.
And I can't remember. I should, because I've seen it, but it's been years now. They did two Growing Pains reunion movies, and I'm wondering, do you remember if they used your theme song, one of your versions for that, or did you record a new one for the movie, or I don't know.
I didn't. I didn't re-record it for the movie, and I'm not sure I saw either of the movies. So I don't know. I'm sure if they did, I'm sure they used it in the movie if they did a movie, but I didn't see the movies. So I don't know.
Yeah, they were TV, but I think around like 2000 or so, they had the mother Maggie character was running for Senate, and the daughter was running the campaign. But anyways, I was just curious because I couldn't remember myself.
Well, I totally missed that one. I'm sorry. Yeah, sorry.
No, that's all right. I know you're a busy guy, and I was just wondering, out of all the songs that you have recorded, is there any one particular song that you would call your favorite?
Well, I guess I'm So Lonesome I Could Cry would be the one that I'm just like like you or anyone else. Music elicits a lot of memories and feelings from the past and the present, and that's what's so great about music is the feelings and the emotions that it brings up out of each individual, and that's the way I am with my music. I'm So Lonesome reminds me of so many great things, and my dad, and just so many things.
Would you
from the beginning, and it had to be my favorite one. Although I did record a song by Jimmy Webb called "A Song for My Brother," that's right up there in my feelings too.
Yeah, Jimmy Webb, one of the great songwriters, wrote Wichita Lineman, a lot of By the Time I Get to Phoenix, a lot of Glenn Campbell hits. Great piano player too.
Great writer, great guy.
But you have been, BJ, very successful in not only just the pop field or the country, but also gospel, all three genres, and I mean, not even more if you want to count like adult contemporary and all the other different charts. But I was wondering, how do you explain your versatility? Is it hard to be that versatile, or does it just come naturally for you? Because it seems like you can do it very smoothly and seamless transition from one to the other.
Well, it's. We talked from the band. We formed the band. We were totally a product of our repertoire was totally a product of Top 40 radio. And Top 40 radio played all the genres on one station, and I think that's why I've always just done all the genres. I'm not really trying to do anything different. It's just if I find a song I like, I'm not concerned with the genre. I just do it if I like the song and I connect with it personally. So it just happens. The gospel thing was really great. It was just related to how I was feeling at the time, and actually I had the first 4 platinum albums in gospel history, which I've been very proud of that. And although it probably is not important to anyone but me, but it's just not necessarily an intention.
Well, and you won.
It's just doing a good song.
You even won Dove Awards too for your gospel work, which for those that don't know, that's the Gospel Music Association. That's their award. They give out like the Grammys.
Well, I did. I won 2 Dove Awards, and I actually won 5 Grammys for my gospel music. So that whole involvement was very good for me. Enjoyed it.
I guess it's sort of like what we mentioned, Glenn Campbell. What I heard Glenn Campbell say in an interview once, that he didn't think of himself as a country singer per se. He just thought of himself as a singer trying to record good songs and put good music down on record.
That's exactly right.
And then leave it up to the however the radio wanted to.
Look how times have changed. I mean, now they took a survey of the all-time biggest country songs, and Raindrops was the 5th biggest country song. So Raindrops was not even anywhere near a country song for the time it came out. So the music is always changing and evolving, and so things like that that happens. But I think as an individual, just like Glenn, I just think of myself as a singer, and I'm not any kind of singer. I'm just a singer.
And we mentioned that you'd won Dove Awards and 5 Grammy Awards, and were named Most Promising Male Vocalist by Cashbox. I don't know if we mentioned that earlier. And you've been nominated for different organizations, CMA Awards, ACM. But I'm wondering, is there one award that you have won, or several maybe, that you think are particularly defining for you in your career? I know that's probably kind of a hard question, but I'll ask it anyways.
Not really, but I think, Paul, I think I've been very lucky, fortunate to have worked during the greatest generations of American music, and even though I'm not putting myself in competition with the Beatles or Elvis or anything like that. I was competitive.
I'd put you up there
in my way because of the great songwriters that I was involved with. Not the least of which would be Bacharach and David, but Mark James and Chips Moman and all those guys. So I was competitive because I had great songs. I don't think there's any one award that is definitive of me. But I do love my Grammys. I sometimes I just have to stop for a minute and take a look at them, and realize how pleased I am to have gotten the Grammys. But I don't think any award or song defines me. I just think the whole thing as a whole is the story.
Well, this is not. I guess this isn't really an award, but certainly probably a career milestone was when you were made the 60th member of the Grand Ole Opry in 1981.
Yeah, that was a very fun night. I still try to get by the Opry a couple of times a year, and I'm probably going to get by there next month sometime. So it's just the very thing. I basically joined the Opry for my dad. He wasn't around then; he passed on. But I kind of just did it in his memory. I know that he would have been proud of me for being a member, and I still love to go by there. It's great. It's a great experience.
But you're not any longer a member of the Opry, though, are you? Or
yeah, I'm still a member. Once you're a member, you're always a member. And
okay.
If you don't, you have to get by a little bit often, or they put you on an inactive list.
Oh, okay. And, I didn't realize
there have been a number of years that I wasn't able to get by there. But I've started to go by now every few months, and so I'll probably get back on the active list pretty soon.
No, that's pretty good, because that was another one of those things that people, you go on. I read a lot of music blogs, and they were talking about Opry members, and some people were saying back and forth because they knew that you had been on the Opry a lot recently.
Yeah, once you've been made a member, you're always a member. So that's one of the great things about it too.
And well, we mentioned earlier that you had gone through some difficult times in your life, and you have written 2 books. One was an autobiography, and so was that difficult, putting down your entire life down on paper?